What is going on? I'm Zedmot. Of course, that is Zedmot in your creator boost over there in the right-hand side of the shop in every single Supercell game. Maybe it's not on the right in other games. I don't even know. I know in Brawl Stars it definitely is. Anyways, we are going to be doing some good things. This extra ability is fixed. The Remote Defib previously had a bug. Now it actually brings back all your troops. So kudos to the Supercell dev team. By the way, all of Supercell is on vacation for a month. So I have asked you guys to scream and shout and inundate their socials with issues about Captain Everspark being broken. Maybe hold off till August because they're all on vacation. I got to applaud Supercell for that. Giving their employees a month off is a big, big deal. Well done, Supercell. Can be painful to us Boom Beach players at times, but overall, hopefully they come back energized and ready to work, as you guys always do when you guys go on vacation, right? I come back and I want more vacation, to be completely honest. Now we've got, like I said, the extra ability. Also coming on Sunday or Monday is the Meloniers, the Melon Bombardiers, the Fruit Ninjas. Super, super stoked about that. Those guys are so ridiculously overpowered. Now, you know what's not overpowered? My Warship. Look at this. Red. Losing. I just went ahead and spent some keys. I went all the way into medics, into boom cannons. Not sure if that was the right choice. Kavan and GBE, because I don't have any GBE. I am so GBE poor. Also, I went ahead and maxed my rocket launchers, got my barrage up to tick 4. Not entirely sure that was a great idea. I think that might have been a waste of tokens, but I needed to do something. This has been a complete and utter fizzle fest. Yes, that GBE there was appealing, but I just need to get into Heavy Choppas so they can clear some space for me. It was that or go back and get Bombardiers, and I am so anti-Bombardiers on this account, so we're going to carry on forwards. Now, for those of you who... There have been 2 very distinct paths that lots of people had followed this season. This was the fastest way into Diamond, whether you went through barrage or rocket launchers or shock launchers or GBE. That was the fastest way to get into Diamond. And now all of those players who went this path down here are starting to get closer and they're getting into Diamond. So if you went Heavy Choppas, you're probably getting into rocket launchers and shock launchers now. But I just wanted to let you know there is a third path that for those of you who are still undecided, you can go this path right about here. Mechs and Bombardiers are pretty darn strong, and if you look down the line, obviously there's the critter launchers, which are going to be a huge game changer. There is troop damage, and then after that next engine level, Laser Rangers, maybe with Kavan, maybe with some mechs, lots and lots of good things going on there as well. So we're gonna, now one other note, I have been attacking only when I have 2 engine rooms. So that way every single engine room carries over, because I know I'm losing a lot right now, not only because I'm fizzling, but also because I've had some Wi-Fi issues, also because this season, more than any other in the past, I've been throwing smoke instead of shocks. I don't know if that means that my screen is defective or my thumbs are defective, or maybe it's the fact that I turned off my air conditioning for this video just so that you guys get the optimal audio. A bunch of you said that the audio didn't sound so good, sounded like there's a fan in the room. That's because it's 30 degrees in here and it is darn hot. So I am gonna sweat for this video. Hopefully my thumbs avoid the sweating because I fat finger things enough. And I somehow managed to get someone who does not have shock launcher. I have not seen this in days. There is no reason I should fail on this base. If I do, I'm going to be very, very, very upset. Let's go. Come on. Okay, we're going to go. I have to assume this person is a seeker player. I have to assume there's going to be a shock mine about... There's no shock mines on that side either. This looks very, very, very doable. I just need to get things into position. We're going to send Bullet first and foremost. And then I'm going to flare him onto that back engine room. We're going to clear some of those mines. I'm going to send 2 this way. That shock mine, that was not ideal. Bullet did not get where I wanted them to, and as a result, we're going to have to send another flare that's going to get that next taunt out. Then we're going to send 2 over here and 2 over there. Now, a bunch of them are going to go in directions we don't want them to. That is not my primary concern at the moment. Let's go. Need to send some more on this side. We're going to throw 1 more shock on that. We're going to throw a barrage there, and we should have enough Seekers bumping and grinding and moving, and just need to clear. Bullet's dead. Of course, Bullet's dead. Now it's going to be touch and go here. I've made far too many mistakes already, which just kind of goes with the territory at the moment. Did throw a shock instead of a smoke, but that should not have gone so poorly. Even just that first drop, we're going to retreat here right about now. That first drop was so bad, and Boom Beach is so touch and go. It is so much about momentum, and that momentum has been lost. So I just have a really hard time with Seekers. That is part of the reason why I'm going towards those Heavy Choppas. Now, we're going to use Heavy Choppas here because that account just needs to go. Like, I find that when parking starts to enter my mind, it's just bad news. So where do we go with these guys? We're just going to go full on all of these guys with battle orders, and we'll see if we can. I have not done this yet, by the way. This is going to be the first time doing this. Need to figure out which path strategy is the shortest. I think we're going to go something along the lines of this. Sorry, just to continue on that thought process. The more that I think about parking and the more that I end up saving keys, the less fun that I have, and the more it turns into a chore almost, and you just can't. I find that I just can't get in the groove playing every 16 hours, especially with Seekers. They are so much about getting the hits down and momentum, and I just can't do that when I'm playing every 16 hours. So this season, more than any other, I just found has been lots and lots of waiting and those long paths. And I do really applaud Supercell for this tech tree. I like this tech tree. I like that there was lots of waiting and lots of different options as far as things you can do. But it's also driven me absolutely insane. So would love to hear what you guys think about this season. If you've been enjoying this season, we are going to be about 255 is going to be my guess. Although that one shock mine definitely slowed us down a little bit. Shock mine's so frustrating. Knocked us down about 4 seconds. I showed you yesterday using cluster grenade. This time we're using bricks battle orders. Lots of ways to win at the 4 engine room level. But even just getting into 20 is going to be really tough at the moment at the 4 engine room level. Because as you can see, everyone is fast. Kuba, is that a lawn game as well? I believe, maybe? Not Jenga, but Kuba. So we are just going to battle orders through all of this stuff. It is going to be full on ridiculous, but that's part of the fun. Now, what we're also going to do is we're going to send all of these troops towards the 2nd engine room instead of the 1st. That way they're going to clear as many shock mines as they possibly can. And of course, we are going to be short on GBE because if we throw critters, we're not going to have enough GBE for battle orders. This just gets utterly and confusing. There we go. So there's what we were trying to do. There's that next shock. There's that next flare. And then getting all of our troops back there, maybe with a smoke just to try and keep Brick alive in the case that maybe, just maybe, we can get her to throw up battle orders to get onto that final engine room. Getting through, come on, did not get a battle orders because Brick died right at the nick of where she wasn't supposed to. But as you can see there, those clump bases just not ideal. You can just walk through them 3 minutes, 11 seconds, pretty darn quick. At this point, you probably want to spread your base out. Maybe you've got a clump base that's working. My base is so old and outdated that I'm just amazed that I'm doing as well as I can. But at the same time, I'm just collecting in gold at this point, waiting for more stuff. Yeah, I guess I'm just stuck on both of my warships. So this one, as you saw there, I do have that those heavy choppas, but we're still waiting to get 90 keys, and we're going to do that in gold, which of course means that we're going to do that not today. We're going to be up to 83 keys, which means I'm going to have to wait 6.5 more hours just to do that. So we got that one. You know what? We'll do one more heavy choppa attack. I'm going to try and mix in the cluster grenade in case some of you weren't here yesterday. Ooh, that's a long... Okay, let's do this. We are going to mix in the cluster grenade. Do I have... See, this is where I'd love to just mix in some bombardiers. Maybe we could do that. Okay, so some of you picked up that song, right? We're going to go something a little bit dumb and maybe different. Let's give that a shot. We're going to send you to there. We're going to send all of you guys over to here with Brick, and you're going to go right about there. We're not going to use any flares for the second, and hopefully this works out. This is an attack strategy that I have not tested, that I have not tried, that I am just making up as we go along. That mortar could really, really wreck things for us. Also, the fact that our bombardiers step right instead of left is not ideal. Come on, dudes. It looks like it might work, though. This might just get exactly what I was hoping to get as we get that left-hand side down at the same time. Brick is going to battle orders her way through things. We're going to throw a shock about there. And then hopefully some of those heavies are going to get onto that engine room. We're going to do one more battle orders, which of course we've wasted all that GBE. And then finally onto that last engine room. Come on, dudes, get a move on. I think all of our heavies died. Brick's battle orders did not come out, wasted a bunch of our GBE, but 2 minutes, 56 seconds. Quicker than going engine room to engine room to engine room. So do keep those kind of things in mind where trying to go with the two-pronged attack generally is better than the one-pronged attack. Of course, we lost by 1 second again. Let's watch and see what Zenalind did. Guessing they're just going engine room to engine room to engine room. Yep, see, my base, this engine room is too central, and as a result, people are just walking through it. So again, as per usual, don't copy me. I upgrade or change my base like once every 10 days. Find someone who's changing their base more. And an easy way to do that, of course, is if you have a look at those leaderboards, have a look at how many games they're playing. 437 games. Let's look at HLY, 592 games. So if you're going to copy someone's base, copy a HLY. Don't copy a me because let's see here how many games I've played. 255. So copy someone who's playing lots and lots and lots of games. As luck would have it, I don't have a heck of a lot of operation attacks to do because I've already done most of them on most of my accounts. By the way, if you don't have a second account, go do it. Nothing but good reasons. You'll be amazed at how good you are doing a second account. Now, this account, there's only an hour left in the op, or 100 minutes left in the op. This is Junior 9. By the way, if you want to have a task force, do reach out to me. We can find a spot for you. I'm going to do my best to finish assembly. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but we're going to do it in a little bit of a non-standard fashion. We are going to send Everspark over back into here. Need to be aware of that machine gun's range, sneaking past that machine gun barely, just barely. And now what we're going to do is I am going to send Everspark up into about there. I mentioned at the outset that Everspark is broken. That's going to make this attack a little bit harder, but we should still be able to get this going. Now, if any of you can guess what I'm about to do, I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know after this attack, did I do what you thought I was going to do or something different altogether? So first and foremost, we're going to get rid of that rocket launcher. That is task number 1. As that, don't die. Oh, that was way too close for comfort. And then we're going to get her onto that next rocket launcher. Let me know, like I said, if any of you guessed what's about to happen, I would love to hear it. But I feel like this is an attack that I have done all on my lonesome. And I don't think anyone, I'm sure someone's done this before, but I'm just trying to sound more confident than I am probably. So we're going to get these Zookas over here. That is going to be us farming gunboat energy. I'm not going to try and smoke my troops back there. Let's not get carried away. That is far, way too far for my troops to go as far as low-level Zookas. We don't have enough gunboat energy to get back there either, so we are just going to fully sacrifice these Zookas at shore. Their only job right now is to farm gunboat energy. We're not going to waste GBE on shocks. We're not going to waste gunboat energy on anything but farming. And then at this point, we're going to throw those guys back there, dropping all of the Zookas in that back corner without having to walk back there is hugely beneficial. And then getting that shock out on that flamethrower finally, and then slowly trying to finish off this core. I don't know if we're gonna have enough damage, but this is an easy way to get your troops way back at the back of the base. So if you're attacking a base like Redline, for example, this is a great way to do it. I would love to simply flare that core now and have my troops burn the core. Do keep in mind, this remote defib is an easy way to get to the very back of bases though. So keep that in the back of your minds. It's maybe not the most efficient use of gunboat energy. It's a little bit too expensive in my mind. Wish they would reduce the cost of remote defib a little bit. Did you guys see that? I just threw a barrage on the center of that flamethrower and that boom mine is still there. I was just trying to clear the boom mine more than anything. Our troops are going to pound away at this core. Probably should have used my GBE to flare that last Zooka onto the core to get a little bit extra damage, but I'm not sure if this is going to go down regardless. Skipping ahead a little bit, yes, we did manage to clear out 2 rocket launchers underneath the core, 2 rocket launchers behind the core, made a nice little hidey hole for troops. Would have been nice to finish the base, but overall pretty happy with that as a low-level setup attack. Would have been nice to finish, like I said, but we'll call it a setup hit. We've cleared 4 rocket launchers and some flamethrowers. We can now change that right there into a fire because that base is ready to go. Decent. Let me know. I'd be curious if any of you saw that coming or if that was just totally out of left field. We're going to salvage that blue statue because we don't care about blue statues at all. You know what? Let's do Imitation Game on this base because we are boosted. We got that resource reward boosted. This is an HQ. Where is my core? HQ 17 single sniper account. Let's just see how far we can get using this account on Imitation Game. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, Imitation Game irks me. It bothers me. I do not like it because it has not been updated. The cycle of evil needs to be updated, and I'm ranting when Supercell is off on vacation, so I'm ranting to nobody, but it doesn't even have HQ 25 in it. It doesn't have critter launchers. That just shows that this is just using old, stale bases, and it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But there's a bunch of resources there. Hopefully we can pick up some free crystals. It's pretty rare to get crystals. Now, Imitation Game was also brought in a fashion where it actually reduced the amount of powder you got in a week because we used to get Dr. T more frequently. You used to get it anyways. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have questions about that, do let me know. I realize not everyone has been playing forever, but Dr. T gives you 2 guaranteed crystals every single day. So getting it a little bit less frequently, even though it did make for the weekly cycle of evil to be a little bit more predictable, it just bad taste in mouth all the way around with Imitation Game. Also, speaking of mouth, I used to really enjoy trying to say all of the names of people's bases. My base could have been on Imitation Game, but the fact that the names are not shown anymore just means that we have no way of knowing if it's actually our base or not. So Supercell, please do make this better. Would greatly appreciate the cycle of evil being improved. Because yes, the daily chest being added is getting more people playing the main base, but better events would be so much gooder and would be so easy to implement. I think I've been wrong before, though. Let's keep going. Pushing on through Imitation Game. Curious to hear. And by the way, sadly, we don't have the melon bombardiers for this, because with melon bombardiers, you can probably get all 7 stages, even as a super, super duper low level. Do we risk that mine? We're not going to risk that mine. We'll get rid of it. Then we'll just walk our troops to the back. And I, generally speaking, always prefer to hit it from the back. Getting behind the base, there are fewer defenses, easier to clear, and get your mind out of the gutter, people. That is not where I was going with that one. We are going to go right to about there. Why I'm walking back there, I'm not really sure. I think I thought that iron quarry thing was the headquarters. By the way, there have been some very, very, very good trick bases about that, where you get people to think that your headquarters is not your headquarters and getting people to attack things like your radar instead. I haven't seen that done in quite a while, but a little bit of a dumb move on my part. I'm not sure where the heck I was going on that one. Have we lost any troops yet? Yes, we lost our first Heather. Our task force calls that one Zuka who walks in a different path that always loses the attack for you. We always call her Heather. I'm not sure who started that. It has been in place for years and years, though. If your task force has a name for that troop that just does stupid things, I would love to hear about it, because so far Heather is the winner, but I'm sure some of you have creative. And by the way, please make sure they are suitable for the YouTube comments. YouTube has a tendency to mark comments as spam when people are saying funny things. So if you don't hear from me, maybe throw a second comment out there. I don't check the spam folder nearly as much as I probably should. Also, why I'm using Everspark with Zukas, I don't really know. Not the best way to use troops, because as you can see here, the Zukas are getting hit by that shock launcher. We're going to lose a couple more Zukas. I'm going to see if I can beat all 7 stages without reloading troops, though. Not a super smart thing to do if you're trying to save diamonds. Oh, we got a crystal. See, I told you. Crystals are out there. Let's get rid of Everspark. She is no use for us, and let's just keep going. We're on to stage 5. Generally speaking, like to have 2 hits for stage 7. This looks way too easy. Let's get rid of you. I guess it is only stage 5. Okay, that is looking super duper fine. And now we just need to finish this base off in the easiest of easy manners. I'm just gonna do it like this. Like literally no smoke, just walk our troops over, and we're gonna go to about there. Just sneaking our troops past with 1 smoke. We'll throw a shock there. And I think, oh, there's another rocket launcher. Of course there's another rocket launcher. What was I thinking? And now, done? I mean, we're gonna lose like 1 or 2 Zukas, but otherwise pretty straightforward. Just clearing all of the things. Don't even need to use smoke. I think we might have lost 1 Zuka, maybe 2. That was the easiest stage 5 I can remember. That's a strange base. I'll take it though. Free resources. Also got ourselves a critical fuse. Decent amount of resources. I wish there, like, this boost all statues was an option to, like, if you could customize that some way, because I don't care about that resource reward statue, but it is what it is. Let's go. Stage 6, no scout dropping in. Looks fairly easy. Again, another base where sneaking to the back is going to be the best possible scenario. Let's walk our troops. I think that rocket launcher, the shock launcher, I think we're out of range, but I think that rocket launcher is going to see us, and it's going to, yep, there it goes. It just saw us. Getting all of our troops underneath that smoke. Let's get them walking before that rocket launcher melts our face. Let's get 1 more artillery. Don't want to lose troops to those mines. Again, no scout, not going super duper well. I always recommend that you scout. I just don't tend to do a very good job of it, and as a result, I end up having to throw all sorts of flares and shocks all at the same time. There's our smokes. I think we've only lost the delay with that 1 raw. No, there we go. I just said the delay. Oh god, I am doomed. This is going to be ugly, like full on ugly. Need one Zuka to get us a little bit of damage. Oh, we got so lucky there. That is where Zukas and battle orders, we almost lost all of our troops. Would have loved to throw a med kit there, would have probably saved some troops, but needed battle orders. So, not a great hit. Low on GBE, and that is where being a low level is so much harder than a high level. Would have had way more GBE. What can we do here? Can we solo this base? Probably. Oh, there's so many mines. Don't have many troops. I told you I'm going to try and do this without reloads. So we're going to do this without reloads. We're going to use Miss Everspark. And if you're wondering if there's any advantage to doing it without reloads, the answer, of course, is no, there sure isn't. Just doing silly things. Lots of things about Boom Beach are about having fun. Doesn't necessarily have to be a super duper smart decision. We're going to get rid of that rocket launcher. That is going to help us most definitely. And now at this point, let's go get rid of that rocket launcher because, boom mine. Because we can. Almost lost Everspark yet again. And then after that, assuming Everspark is still alive, which is a big assumption, we're going to try and go get that right-hand side shock launcher as well. So far, so good. And this is where you don't need to use troops. Yes, we probably should be using troops simply because otherwise we're going to have to force ourselves to solo this. Probably would be better to walk some troops up and clear some of these things manually, but I don't want to spend diamonds to get our troops up. We're just going to do it with the limited troops that we have left. I am going to drop this back here. We're going to clear some of those buildings, and in the process, we're going to pick up some gunboat energy. That machine gun is going to be a problem. So is that mortar. There's not really a clear spot cleared yet. Yes, I just said clear spot cleared yet. All of those buildings that those troops back there are taking down, all of that building, I should say, didn't see that machine gun back there, will eventually do a little bit of damage on the core, and now we just need to clear all of these mines so that our troops can walk. Come on. Let our troops can walk to the kill zone. This is going to be ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. This is going to be a tough, tough core hit with like at least 3 shocks. Hopefully we can take it down with this many troops. There's not a lot of Zukas in those boats. Let's see how much health is on that core. So we're going to have 1 shock about there, 1 shock about there, like on the machine gun, mortar, and rocket launcher. Maybe we can go, no, there's nowhere to go. So 1 shock on the mortar, flamethrower, 1 shock on there. Oh, this is ugly. No, we're going to go 1 here. Sorry, I'm going to draw it because I don't have a plan here. We're going to shock 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. That should give us enough damage. Also limits us not having to walk quite so far. And hopefully that's going to be enough damage because this is going to be not ideal under any circumstances. We're going to drop 1 smoke right about there. And then all of our troops right into that smoke, hoping that mortar does not fire. If it does, okay, it's shooting behind us at least. And now walking right to there. The rocket launcher has seen us. That, for those of you who know how the game works, that is a big deal. It means we have to shock earlier and then right about there. Ugh, this is not looking pretty at all. Not looking pretty at all. 1 shock there, 1 shock there, 1 shock there. And then, of course, med kits on top. Need that core to go down. Need Miss Brick to stay alive. Whew, adding some drama, most definitely. Probably should have added an extra smoke on the end there. The troops were not staying underneath the smoke super well. As you saw there, you can use that remote defib as a low level set of critters. Maybe you want to kill some heavies first just to get some health over there. But all 7 stages, low level, no reloads. Pretty stoked with that, to be completely honest. Next up, 1 final warship. This is my other warship. No instant training, just claiming chests, trying to get intel for the task force, and just dropping troops. Have gone 4 engine rooms. I literally just dropped that extra engine room at the back and kept my 3 engine room base, which is not a super great idea. But with Bombardiers, you can just walk through the majority of bases. Would love to get this account to Heavy Choppas. I assume I can. There should be enough time to do so. I have been messing with using Brick's cluster grenade. It's not a great idea. I do not recommend it for anyone, but it's something different. Iron Will would probably be the best case, especially because this account... Oh, I've got shocks now. I forgot all about the beautiful, beautiful shocks that we've got. Let's get a shock out. Let's get Brick's cluster grenade bumping out there. It's going to clear a bunch of mines, which is not going to hurt. And now we can finally throw some shocks out there. So, like I said, this is not an optimal attack strategy in any sense of the word, but there's not a lot of skill required at the 4 engine room level once you get into the tools. Early on, it was so difficult to clear these bases because I don't know about you guys, but I was using rifles with Zookas and no flares, and so the fact that we've got flares now just makes all of this so much easier. Also, the fact that we've got shocks helping out, rifles to clear mines, Bombardiers outranging things. I mean, Zookas didn't outrange anything. It was just awful. Your average time that you want on this level is 2 minutes 30 seconds. Probably don't want to use cluster grenade like I was. I am going to be at exactly 2 minutes 31 seconds, 1 second faster than the average time needed to win. And if you can say that name, please tell me how to do so. They're using tanks and grenadiers. Slow boring troops with slow boring troops. Not ideal for warships, but whatever works for you. I'm going to leave this video right here, right there. If there's anything you'd like to see in one of these Friday full recap, full Boom Beach game videos, please do let me know. Of course, keep that submarine diving. It is super critical. I don't care about time savers. Maybe you do. I'm going to be going for those question marks because, you know what, let's see if we got a better dive spot. Yeah, slightly better. Not that great though. Keeping on, I have no idea. This is back to the first one. Okay, I'm going to go for those question marks. I prefer classified items, which I am lacking a couple of. I've definitely got a couple. Not sure what the heck to use that on because as you can see, oh, my armory is not maxed. Let's get that rocking and rolling. Let's get Rifleman upgraded. Sure, just a reminder, your main base does not affect your warship's base. That is one of the neat things about this, is that you don't have to be a max level player. But of course, you do have to have that Admiral's key if you want to get all the way to the end of the tree. I shall talk to you soon though. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and more importantly, drop me a comment, throw code ZMOD in your shop. There are no... this video is sponsored not only by my Patreons, do check out the end screen, but also those of you who threw code ZMOD in that shop. I know most of you have ad blockers on YouTube, which I do the same thing, but the littlest, simplest thing you can do is throw code ZMOD in that shop. Otherwise, I shall talk to you soon. Do come back. Same Z time, same Z channel. I'm ZMOD. Thanks for coming in. Peace.